You listen to me, you go to the top. Bobby! Bye-bye!
Bobby.
Oh, Bobby.
Bobby?
Cheating against my mother or anybody I respect or like. I'm doing it against some person I do not respect or like. But you had to check.
Yeah.
And I had to take it. I remember some promoters would pay you in money at night, and they'd give you fives. So they'd give you 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Sometimes our guys make $25 a night. So sometimes you give the guy 25, you give him 30, and he smile. They'd stop. If you didn't smile, you didn't know how far to go. It wouldn't go probably much more past 30, but as soon as he saw you smile, quit paying him.
Well.
And those are just things. But I had no animosity towards Dick The Bruiser or his family. That was over and done with in 1974 as far as I was concerned. And the reason I left this promotion, I'll tell you exactly why I left this promotion. For years, he went to Detroit and ran his wrestling against a wrestler who used to be called the Sheik, Eddie Farhat, F-A-R-H-A-T, who was my first friend in the business. He befriended me. I was carrying jackets, I'd wash his car, he'd drive me to the bus stop so I could get home. Like, if I missed the bus, I'd have to walk from 7th to 46th Street. He always made sure I made it home. He was my first friend. And Bruiser was opposition to him in Detroit. He wanted to run his own wrestling in there against the Sheik. So I went there and worked for Dick all those years against the Sheik. And I did because I lived in Indianapolis. I was working there. But I did that because, not to hurt the Sheik, to feed my family and make money. And when I left Dick in 1974, the reason was they turned me good guy, babyface. It was Bruiser and I against the Sheik and his manager. And that night, Bruiser turned me back heel against him. So he didn't want anybody as a bigger baby face than him.
Sure.
And I used to go to the office. They didn't have an office. He worked out of his garage, and Wilbur worked out of his basement. Bruiser did all the booking, did all the TV. Wilbur made all the checks and payoffs. So I went over to Wilbur's house to get my check or something. I saw a checkbook. This was the second show at Market Square Arena, and it sold out. The first one was Glenn Campbell, I believe. We were the second one in the building. It sold out. He gave the Sheik $2,000. He gave me $600. I went to him, I told him, I said, I'm leaving. I'm going to Minneapolis. He said, go ahead and go. They'll never make it without me. I went to Minneapolis and I made it without him. And that's the truth. That's what, that and all the personal things about the managing right. But sometimes you gotta shut your mouth to fill your mouth with food. Shut your mouth to fill your stomach. That's what it really is. You do a lot of things you don't like. Sometimes you don't like working at the job because the guy working there was a jerk. I'll tell you a story about me. I was working at a department store in Indianapolis. I worked at Block's department store. I was a stock boy.
Block's?
Yeah. B-L-O-C-K-S. I was a kid. I was 18 years old. And they had a guy that was like 40. He was a little short guy. A lifetime employee as a stock boy at 40 years of age. It's like being the guy at the show that tears a ticket in half. Where do you go from there? What job advancement is there? I was there when I was 18. I was there mostly because I could hide upstairs in the dressing rooms and watch people dress. That was a fun thing. Stock rooms are always up. Remember that, everybody. People that are reading this. Especially people that bought the book. Now you're dead piece that didn't buy it. Wherever you're in a dressing room, in a department store, someone can watch you. There's some area up above you can be watched at. And there was this guy, they put him in charge one day because the boss was gone or something. So they were paging me anyway. So I went down to the loading dock and I said, what do you want? He said, well, you got to take the merchandise out. I was afraid. I'd walk around, pinch rolls and paint and stuff. I said, okay. So I'm talking to front of him. You know, you would say, I'm touching him right now, backing away. I was doing that, so this guy, he said to me, he said, get down to the dock. I said, hey, I'm going down there. And he came up to me, grabbed me by the shirt, and he punched me in the mouth. But he wasn't powerful enough to hurt anybody. And I looked at him, and I shoved him, and he fell down. So I left. I told him, I said, you beat Nick one more time, you get to keep him.
Put the word in the streets.